All right, then.
Let's go!
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
I'm in trouble.
I can't believe it.
Something up? Oh. Okay? Sure, but...
All right. All right, then.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're
Next up is... Oh, right!
In that case,
Whoa! I knew it!
now then.
Tolerance. Why, that's...
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's
Wonder what he's planning.
whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it.
Ladies and gents, lend me your Sanctifex Forden, the giant face in the sky, the massive rocks. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings.
So it really is his
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, this is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolution.
Anyone? Even me?
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that...
Maybe you could be king yourself?
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can...
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a
Not quite, friend. Not quite. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes.
So, literally anyone?
Hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown...
I heard the announcement. The Church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent, and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news, too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that, too, was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet...
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her.
Where?
You're kidding.
Whatever.
Hey!
All right, then.
I'm in it.
Hey, listen. Hey!
I'm out of ideas. Ridiculous.
Ugh! Stop that at once!
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now.
Are you having a laugh?
This is all
Now,
right.
how did I wind up
Hello there.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but...
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill them.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that...
Even so, we...
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked...
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act, taking power or wealth by force, is seen as the most shameful... Couldn't be further from reality, could it? And this idea of competing for public support. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the... Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Take us Clamars, for example. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us a problem with no easy, lofty words. Still, the discussions helped clear my head. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but... Sleep should come in. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole king. And we call it the Tournament for... Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring it. Official word is, this event...
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius's...
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed form.
You mean to suggest Luis just...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we...
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it?
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not...
That reminds me. A crier for the...
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is an interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of... but saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he...
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify...
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk.
Let's enter this tournament.
Huh? Besides, the prince isn't...
Wait! This could be just the excuse we... He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you... Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an...
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done.
I see. An undercover operator?
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people, no matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have...
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes.
Oh. Come in. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow!
You have your first advocate.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe read...
Does that mean you're not...
No, we'll be back.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're on...
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own
A carriage might save our chances. If we... Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registry.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There are...
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribe. And, obviously, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should...
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounty.
Looks like everyone else had the...
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been...
How about requests on anything aside from monsters?
Let's see... Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villain...
This might just be
You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. It makes sure. Besides, didn't you hit...
Oh, of course. It's...
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance of...
Stuck-up little...
He was right about the rules, though.
Don't worry.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he just wants...
We've got more important things.
Don't worry, Alex.
As long as you can...
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard...
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, if our city becomes known for nightly disappearances... What?
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere... We've no idea how he manages...
I see.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old cat.
Well, no backing out of this now.
Way I see it, if we want to make a big Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man...
I guess...
I'll convince Hulkenberg.
Look at that.
Oi, oi!
No, thank you.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer.
You don't...
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. Though 'tis only my bond of service, We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Sun. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance.
Sounds like you've been through a lot.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract. Let's rest.
Fancy a bit.
Hey! Yeah.
Now then.
Hello.
What?
Don't push yourself too much.
Well met, eh?
Good night.
Can I come in?
You can't sleep?
No. That's not it. You're all leaving. I'll be cheering. Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, and that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again.
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to...
Captain.
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to... So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. You needn't worry. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to that, yet I wonder, how could a simple book have... So, it is a fiction written as if... This chapter seems to concern the system, but in this country, one cannot become even a statesman. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solve... Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. So in this way, it is the people who are the land. Quite the opposite of our own country. Had our lands embraced such accountability? No. I must clear my head of these fantasies. Oh, I suppose it takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. My dearest dream. 'Tis just...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be a light. May we share echoes of soul far beyond the shore.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found you behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them! It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral!
Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
Feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see. Wow!
Oh. Spectacular.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about Gauntlet. I can hardly believe she...
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay...
Money? Fuck! What I want is a little gusto.
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've a good head on your shoulder. Where to, ladies? The what?
You certainly are a different...
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite... everything, he was heir to a...
What?
He's a master engineer, of course. Positive... Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming. You...
too much.
As always. To business.
No new commissions. No time for them.
It is not a new one I require. Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused.
Pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean...
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it!
You've been acting stranger than...
Whoa!
Good God. Is this... a god? The very craft commit... Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. However, for a craft meant for the royal family, 'tis rather... Did you... You...
Well, at first, certainly. A masterpiece like her? Collect...
You lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby!
Mercy, please!
Look, Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sake.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the
Tis no scheme.
For His High... Hold a tick? And now you... That's it! I've got you, haven't...
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle a...
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis...
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not...
I think.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure,
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in this...
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grief.
This guy's got no filter.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is
a criminal?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. And
but to deliberately violate the rule, then again, 'tis just as... What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect...
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realized.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. Then again, our true aim... Our fate rests in this...
Thank you.
Righto. Then our course is set.
Good to know. We can...
Yes.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. After all, the wilds out there are no very... So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel...
He's certainly an eccentric.